in defeat with their best performance of the season, and it was. James Vella is the referee. Ben Thaler is our video referee at the Stand Gilbert Brutus on this Saturday night. But yeah, Hull got into Catalan, didn't they? Different conditions, of course. It was cold and it was wet and it was windy, and temperatures Saturday tea time at Stand Gilbert Brutus around 70 degrees. So let's see what the Tigers are made of in his senior with the first carry. And there is Liam Horn at dummy half. But yeah, important, error-free, but it's important they believe in themselves.
That's the big thing for me. Look, when you talked about Hull FC when they played against Catalan last week, I wasn't convinced with the way that Catalan played last week. I thought that they were pretty poor, in all honesty. But they did get off to a perfect start. They scored after the first 40 seconds. But the expectation in the south of France is huge from the fans and the coach.
4-4-4. Okay.
Jacob Miller will be involved in everything. Now, he's been given a hard time, to be fair, but it's been difficult for Miller and the halfbacks. They haven't seen much ball, they haven't scored many tries, and that was the first set, and that was high by Lawler on Artem Moore. Nothing in it, just a penalty. But you talked about error-free. There's the first one.
You know he's got good footwork, late movement at the line, and he just does. A big fella, doesn't he? He identifies George Lawler, swinging arm, clips him round the chin, and you can see the frustration already, do you know, from that, knowing that they need to be disciplined. And even like you looked at them last week, and one thing you'll say for Castleford, even though they're at the bottom of the table, they are quite a disciplined side. Only give 3 penalties away last week. Well, that's not the start they were after.
Well, it was a mega kick downfield, wasn't it? Look at the starting position for this first set for the Catalan Dragons. And a real chance here to pile the pressure on Castleford early on. Interesting to say, Ben Garcia at hooker. McClorum is back next week after a 4-match ban. Da Costa injured with an HIA. McMeekin going forward. That's another penalty.
Yeah, they're offside. Well, they're just trying to take some metres off the mark and just close them down. A big boot to get him into this field position. Then another penalty on the back of that.
Well, there he is, the former Castleford Tiger. Gave his all for 6 years at the Jungle. Mike McMeekin played in a grand final for the Tigers. But here come Catalan. Good hands, quick hands. Ball out to Davis from Ikevalu. And Tom Davis cuts back inside. Lawler and Westerman wrapping him up for Castleford. Here's Garcia now. And Abdul with a little pass, and this could be a strolling chance early doors for Tariq Sims, but great defence, terrific Castleford defence.
Well done, Jack Broadbent. He found himself on the bench last week. He gets the position at fullback. You can just see him just trying to rally the troops around him. The opening 3 games he played centre, came through as a fullback at Leeds Rhinos, and look at that, does a decent job, doesn't he? Keeping up Tariq Sims.
Yeah, brilliant defence from Broadbent. Sims is a handful at the best of times, and so is Mike McMeekin. Really under pressure in the early stages, and Garcia will find Bailey Thiridan. Missed last week because of injury, the Australian. Here's Fage, and Abdul picked up on the bounce by Laguerre with a little kick through, and it's taken by Broadbent behind his own line. So far, it's penalty, goal line dropout.
Well, there's a bit of pressure building, isn't there? But Jack Broadbent, he's answered 2 questions, hasn't he? Holding up Tariq Sims, then just regathering that ball in the dead ball area. Catalan, well, just playing on the front foot. Plenty of confidence from them. Rowan Mills, the man who's got the ball in his hands, he shot the line and just spooked. I think it was Jordan Abdul who puts that kick in.
Yeah, good kick from Mills up to halfway. He has a point to prove, surplus to requirements, and Hull KR, Rowan Mills. Real pressure from Catalan in the opening stages. A lovely warm evening in the south of France. Will the Dragons prove too hot to handle? Good defence again from Mills. Here is McMeekin.
No, three.
On the charge.
Here.
Roman Navarrete. Garcia again. They come left, and whatever he does, it's with... Oh, great offload to Sirenin from Garcia. Can Sirenin get over? Is that the first try for Bailey Sirenin, or did he lose possession when putting the ball down? We shall see. James Vella, the referee, says no try, but what an offload from Garcia. But as Sirenin blown it at the last.
Well,
Let's have a look.
They've had a look at the try line on 3 occasions, haven't they? And the ball, Jack Broadbent, again, he's involved with Liam Horn. You can see as he's just trying to get to the ground, he loses possession. You can't just keep inviting him down near the line. Sooner or later, they're going to crash over and get one of these.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've only been playing 5 minutes or so. But the most outstanding player on the field so far, the man wearing number 3 for the Castleford Tigers, Jack Broadbent. And Cass have survived somehow.
On 3 occasions, and Craig Lingard, the coach on the sideline for Castleford, he said after last week's heavy defeat that all they want to see is some effort. The team were hurting, and he just knows that he just wants effort. That is all he needs, effort and a bit of hard work.
Well, that's the key, isn't it? To see a big improvement, to see some pride in the shirt.
Two.
Yeah, penalty for the Tigers.
You're all pulling up short, boys.
Alex Mellor, the man who gets the penalty. You know, it's important that they got through that set of 6, because the pressure that they'd been under. Craig Lingard now just having a chat to one of his coaches, sat up in the stands in the south of France. And this is where they want to be. The likes of Jacob Miller. Now, you've got to play in Jacob Miller and Rowan Mills, who've got some good rugby smarts about themselves.
There's Sam Wood. Horn now, and Westerman. Inside for Lawler, trying to play it quickly. Westerman again at pulling the strings. Now this is good. Great ball out to the wing, and a chance for Josh Sim. What a start for Castleford. For 5 or 6 minutes, the Tigers defending heroically. Their first attack, Josh Sim with the try, and Cass hit the front. The video ref is going to have a look at this, but Josh Sim, we think, has scored.
Well, the on-field decision's a try. I think Joe Westerman just having a little look up at the big screen and seeing what is there any obstruction in the build-up to this. Good play though, wasn't it? Under pressure at one end of the field, they get a penalty. Good hands again from the man of the moment, Jack Broadbent. You know, he just can't get out of the way. I think is it Tassi Parley?
Just Tassi Parley.
Yeah, look at him there. He can't. He's tried to get through. Oh, has he just nudged him? Yeah, he's nudged him. It'll be chalked off this.
Harsh. Yeah. Harsh, Terry.
No, I totally agree. If this is try's been refused. At first, I didn't quite see Tassi Parley. I was just looking at what the skill from Jack Broadbent getting the ball out to Josh Sim, but Tarek Sims, he was taken out and he couldn't get there, prevented him, and it's just shot out. Look, it's good hands, it's good build-up from Mills to Jack Broadbent. You can just see he goes down. Tarek Sims makes a big deal out of it, and the ref quite rightly just hands it upstairs to the video referee.
Yardage. One. Move! Square. Hold!
Harsh on Cass for me. It remains 0-0, 7 minutes, but one thing's for sure, Craig Lingard has got his response if the opening salvo is anything to go by.
Well, we talked about the loss hurting him, and like you conceding 34 points on average going into this game. And Cass know that defensively, which they've shown in the opening 7 minutes, but the game lasts for 80. What they've done, they prevented Catalan from crossing their own try line on 3 occasions.
Sirenin it was, and here is Mike McMeekin. across the line for the dangerous Artur Morg. Good defence from Brad Martin.
Six again.
On the last, Abdul.
It was a set restart as well.
It was a set restart. Brilliantly, ball goes inside. It's picked up by Garcia. Play on. McMeekin gets it back. Desperate defence again. Play on. I'm not sure that Theo Barnes knew about that.
The ref couldn't have helped him anymore. He's waving his arms around.
Yep.
Like he's on the runway. You know, he called it when the first kick went up, then they get it ball back, and he's still waving, saying it's a set restart. A bit of panic from Catalan for me, that.
Yep. Clear instruction from James Vella, the ref.
Go 3.
Said it was a set restart. You say was waving around like a good one. And again, Cass survived.
And that's a good line from Sam Wood to get in behind the ruck. You can see pushing up with Brad. Man, I think on that occasion it was Sam Hall, the prop forward.
Hold. Go.
The first appearance of the season for Brad Martin. Miller with the kick downfield and taken by Tom Davis. A lot of speculation about Tom Davis's future in the media this week. Speculation he may be on his way to Hull KR, but he's won a penalty here. Davis.
Well, Jacob Miller did everything right. I think that he was just trying to slow Tom Davis down. He comes up with the initial chase, the initial contact on the winger. And everyone talks about the wingers and Artur Morg at fullback, how good they are in those yardage plays. You've got to stop them, you've got to slow them down. Just a bit long on that from Jacob Miller.
But Craig Lingard said they have to be better, and they have been better.
Oh, he's lost the ball.
And Cass get the ball back, and here is Horn. Right place at the right time. And this time the error comes from the Catalans. I think it was Davis who was also taking too much time in the tackle, so it's a 6 again.
Go 0.
With a short pass looking for Brad Martin.
Yeah, nice tip on from Sam Hall.
Beyond.
It looks like there's an injury to Tarek Sims. They're running at him.
Yeah, he's limping, isn't he? Good run from Tassapali in the centre.
Wait. Go.
Switching places with Alex Mellor, who's gone into the second row.
Play on.
That was Rowan Mills and Miller.
3. Release.
But nowhere for Broadbent to go for Castleford. 10 minutes gone, no score. And
leave him now.
it was well held in the end, wasn't it?
Play on.
By Mellor. Now Westerman. Little short pass taken by Sam Hall. 6'4", a rare opportunity for Hall, determined to make the best of it. Last one, Miller misses one out. Long pass out, it wasn't the best of passes from Miller. To be honest with you, there was no chance for Innes Senior. But encouraging signs, it stays 0-0, 11 minutes gone in Perpignan.
Yeah, there's just too much weight on that pass from Jack Broadbent. He chimes into the line over on the left-hand side. He thinks that he's got Innes Senior, who's already scored 3 tries this year in a team that's been conceding plenty.
Boys,
the ball's got to be a touch better than that, a bit easier for Senior to catch.
Well, defensively strong, Castleford conceded 9 tries and 50 points against the Huddersfield Giants last weekend. Coach describing it as a big punch on the nose. Navarrete now for the Catalan Dragons, looking to join Wigan and Saints on 8 points. Far's looking for a 40-20.
It's a nice kick on the third as well.
It's a good kick, taken by Broadbent. Broadbent's best position, you feel, full-back?
Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he? No, he can cover the centre. He looks comfortable at full-back, like he showed in the early stages in this game. Certainly gets his bodies in front. And it looks like Tarek Sims has run that injury off. So you can see him there. Just involved in the tackle now on Mills.
Yeah, plays the ball as quickly as he can. Horn at dummy half for Lawler. A real workhorse in the middle for the Tigers. And here is Miller now. A little short pass for Miller.
It looked the line ball, didn't it? Just trying to
Allowed to go
speed the game up here.
Morg takes it. Of course, lost his starting place last weekend to Jaden Nikarima, Artem Morg. Nikarima scoring after 40 seconds, but he's got a bit of a hamstring problem. But Morg back in business in the #1 shirt. And here is Tom Davis, 13 minutes gone. Good start, good arm wrestle.
Yeah, look at the yardage that they make. Footwork at the line, they get down, leave a man on the ground. The markers aren't quite set. They've got a set restart again. Two big carries that from the wingers.
Oh, if Fage had been able to offload that inside to Morg, he was away, he was through. But yeah, quick play the ball, and the Tigers under pressure once again. Garcia and Abdul. Bailey Siranen. Short they come. Abdul for Tariq Sims. What a terrific signing he's been for Catalans so far. McMeekin. No way through. Last one. Can Castleford survive once again? They go the short side. Abdul inside. Chance for Garcia. Garcia goes for the line. Offloads to Abdul. Abdul looks for a way through. Heroic defence again from Castleford.
Release! Go one.
But that looked like it was a set restart, Terry.
It was a set restart on the last tackle as well.
Oh, that's criminal. Because it was so good the way that the Tigers again had kept Catalan out. Here's Mathieu Laguerre. Again, right on that line. Johnston, ball comes back for Abdul. McMeekin in the middle. Navarrete looking to offload. Can they survive once again?
Go.
Garcia and Fage. Morg down. Morg skipping his way through. And that's what he can do. That close to the line. The trickery, the skill, the sidestep, the try. 15 minutes gone. And Castleford finally concede after some defensive heroics. And it's Artem Morg who gives the Dragons the lead.
Well, under so much pressure. And, you know, some heroic defence from Cass. I said at the start of the game, I think they've actually turned up here thinking that they can win this game. It was just good footwork, wasn't it, from Artem Morg? Quality player that he is. Big boots to fill. Filling in Sam Tompkins. He just gets on the inside of Alex Mellett. And it's good play, isn't it? So much speed, so much balance. An explosive right foot step is just enough. Always looking for a result, Artem Morg. And he gets the opening try.
Well, it had been coming, but I'm sure that Cass coach Craig Lingard will be really annoyed the fact that they had kept them out again, then giving away a set restart on the last tackle.
That's it. So you think you've done your job. All you've got to do is put pressure on the kicker, the man who's going to kick the ball. And it's the fifth and final play, and you give a penalty away.
Artem Morg, who kicked his 100th goal for the Dragons in the win against Hull last weekend. 10 yards in from touch. Can he add the extras to his own try? No, he can't. 16 minutes gone. The pressure finally telling. And Catalan have the lead by 4 points to 0.
Yeah, and for Cass now, as we see him come back to the halfway line to kick off. Look, 16 minutes, you've played really well. You've been under some pressure. The home fans have seen their side go in and score the opening try. But I'd be pretty happy, I'll be honest, if I'm Craig Lingard. The early stages, seeing what we've had to put up with, knowing that we actually crossed the try line, we got the try chalked off from Josh Sim, but it still managed to get over there. Just tidy a few things up, work hard like the coach asked for in the build-up to this game, and they could be okay.
Alex, move!
Well, he certainly got the response that he demanded.
We're getting square marking.
They've still got a load of players out, haven't they?
Hold. Go better, mate.
McShane, Watts, Richardson, El Zakim, Griffin, Mustafa, just to name but a few. But
hold. Go. Shovel, you're off.
They've had to use a lot of players this year, haven't they?
Yeah, 25 players that they've used this year.
Square marking.
Looking for that winning formula. No. they've given away 4 penalties and a number of set restarts, just compared to Catalan, who've received 1 penalty. Look at this for a towering kick.
On the last from Abdul. Yeah, well done from Josh Sim. 22-year-old former Saint star, of course.
He's got some skill, Josh Sim.
Well, we saw it in the try that was disallowed.
Yeah, saw him grow up. He played in half-backs, played at full-back, centre wing, can fill an awful lot of positions. Didn't quite manage to get through the Saint system. Went down to Australia, did a decent job in the Queensland Cup.
He's 10. Go. 3. 4.
15 minutes gone. 4 points to nil. Catalan, who very difficult to beat, of course, aren't they, at the Stade Gilbert Brutus.
5. Mike, move. Stay square.
Castleford's last win, by the way, in Perpignan. Have to go all the way back to 2017. Kick by Mills, taken by Morg, offload to Davis, and here comes Catalan again.
Well, Joe Weston, and then just went a touch high for the Catalan fans. And you just look at that late step at the line, managed to get through the line. The players aren't even back yet.
Hey, Sam, you're off, Sam Hall.
Speed of the play, the ball. The difference has been very visible. Looking to go back to back as we approach the halfway point in this first half. Paul Seguier back in the starting lineup.
Hold.
Garcia again.
Give it quick, Alex.
McMeekin seeing a lot of the ball. Abdul. More now, and here is Tom Johnston. Surprisingly, still looking for his first try of the season, Tom Johnston. But he's trying to find a way through. He's trying to pin his way through here, Tom Johnston. And he nearly got to the line. Last one again. Garcia. Again, they go to that right-hand side. Abdul involved. It's Abdul with the dummy. Abdul forces his way over. 2 tries in the space of 5 minutes. Morg with the first. Abdul just saw a gap, went for it, and his strength did the rest. They double their lead. 20 minutes gone. Catalan 8, Castleford 0.
Well, they could see that defensive line just coming unstuck on the edge.
Thanks, Stefan.
And he doesn't need a second chance, does he, to get that? Well, the forwards and the outside backs have been running really hard. This man, along with his teammate on the other side, Tom Davis, getting them on the front foot. Look, you can see them fighting.
Keep strong.
You see the space out over on the right-hand side, and you could see, I think it was Sam Wood that just has eyes for his man outside of him. Look at him, the number 4. He just hesitates. As soon as he dummies that ball, he's gone through the gap, Jordan Abdul. He knows exactly what he wants to do. Has the ball in 2 hands, just asking questions of those defenders. Get him in 2 minds.
Yeah, keep working hard. It was a better period there, wasn't it?
Yeah, 8 points to 0.
Yeah, keep working.
The pressure paying, but I do go back to the disallowed Josh Sim try after 6 minutes. That could have made a difference. It was chalked out by the video referee for obstruction. And Artan Morg here with a chance to put Catalan 10 points to the good. Missed with the first one. But no mistake this time. With 19 minutes to go to half-time, Catalan lead the Castleford Tigers by 10 points to 0.
Well, they're just managing the game well, aren't they? Catalan, Jordan Abdul, he spots some space out wide. He sees that there's a Sam Wood, just makes the read and just hesitates and goes out, thinking that he's got to go for the centre. As soon as he does that, Jordan Abdul just shows him that right footstep, goes through. Jack Brobeck can't quite defend. Come up with a defensive read. And Romain Navarrete, well, doesn't he ramp up from the back line?
We mentioned Casa without a few. Catalan as well, of course. McLaurin, 4 match ban. He'll return for the cup tie away to Batley next weekend. Acosta, Satai, Takiyaho, Nikarima, Yaha, Manu Mao. So problems on both sides, but at the moment you've got to say they just look too big, this Catalan side. McMeekin doing a lot of work as a prop forward, but he's also playing as a 13, isn't he? And you look at in the middle of the park where they get into an attacking position, a lot of it's going through Mike McMeekan.
Yeah, well, he's a good player, isn't he, Mike McMeekan? Played in that 2017 Grand Final for Castleford in the back row. Moved to the front row now, Jack Broadbent. Look at that. Just catches that ball. Does a good job, just offside, Catalan. But doesn't pressure himself, Jack Broadbent. Albert Vetti now onto the field for young Sam Hall. Said about that they need a bit of size up front. Well, Albert Vetti is a big boy.
Have a look back, you know. Albert Vetti was a winner, wasn't he, last year? He went out on loan to Doncaster and helped them win League One. In spectacular fashion, but back in Super League, former Hull KR. Vetti with another opportunity to prove himself at the top level. 16.5 minutes to half-time. 10-0. You feel even now that Cass need to score next. Here is Vetti. Made his first appearance of the season against Huddersfield, starting from the bench here. Westerman with a little kick over, chases on, and Tom Johnston under pressure. That was good play from Joe Westerman, you know. Good chase as well by Charbel Tassapali. It'll be a goal line dropout.
Yeah, it's a nice weighted kick, isn't it? Just manages to get exactly what they need on it. Is there a problem there? Tom Johnson is the man who manages to get to the ball, but nice weighted kick to the corner, turn Catalan around, pressure them, get a repeat set of 6. This next set here now, whoever's going to get this on the back line, forecast, they need to explode onto the ball here, run as hard as they can, look to make an impression in that line.
And it's George Lawler.
Leave the ball.
Play midway inside that Catalan half now. Here is Vetti. He's a big unit, is Albert Vetti. Offload there to Hall. That's a great pass out. Taken by Innes Senior. And then that close to the Catalan line. Can they find a way through here? The Castleford Tigers, Miller and Westerman. The ball will swing out to this right-hand side. Tassapali does well. Can he find an offload? He can't. He was wrapped up well there by Tariq Sims, who still appears to be limping, but it was an important tackle. Westerman again, can't offload. Couple of tackles left in the set for Castleford. 15 minutes to half-time. Miller again. Good tackle on the charge.
Last.
Miller. And it's Miller who puts the ball forward. That was good play. That was very good play.
There's Mike McMeekan.
He's been all over the place.
Yeah, and he's the one who saves the day, isn't he? He's trying to kick the ball through the defensive line for Rowan Mills. Romain Navarrete having a breather now. And Jordan Desiree is onto the field for Catalan. Just rotating those big fellas. Steve McNamara.
Move now!
It's been a good day, hasn't it, already for the McNamara family. Penalty to the Dragons. Steve's son Ben scoring a try as Lee put 50 points on Hull FC.
Against his former club and hometown team. Young Ben in the scene, he just tried to get on the inside and just, they're not getting any change, are they, out of Catalan, in Catalan's red zone.
Great kick from Abdul.
Don't get back to your old ways.
I have to say, one of my pet hates is from penalties when the kicker only makes 5 or 10 yards. When there's so many quality kickers in the league, they should be making 40, 50 yards like Jordan Abdul's just done. Good position again for Catalan. 13 minutes to half-time. Here is Desiree. A sub in all 5 matches this season, but used very much as an impact player. Bousquet. Game number 260 for the Catalan Dragons. What a servant he's been.
No, he wasn't helped, boys.
Farge again. Abdul. They just look dangerous now, don't they? especially on that right side attack, and they're going there again with Farge, and the pass out. And it was a mistake, I think, by Mathieu Laguerre. The ball goes to ground. Cass there, you can see they're trying to get themselves motivated and celebrating a good defensive set.
Well, Inisini does a good job, doesn't he, on Arthur Mogg? He pulls the trigger and comes in, which then spooks Mogg into throwing it a quick ball into an untidy pass. And he's looking to hit his winger. He made the mistake. Castleford survived.
Heads down, boys. 10 seconds, heads in.
They just need a bit of time, bit of field position.
Boys, stay there.
And if you look at the whole season that Cass have played, they just haven't had that field position at all. The territory's not been there for them to capitalise and score some points.
They've scored only 42 points so far this season, Castleford, and that really does make your point. Beaten by Wigan, Salford, Warrington and Huddersfield. To be fair, they came very close at Salford, but just couldn't get the job done.
3. Pull up! Theo Jordan! Hold! Go. 3.
Rest of it again.
4.
Young Kane Robs onto the field as well. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Liam Horn still on the field. So they've got 2 running 9s, which they'll be hoping that they get a couple of quick play of the ball so they can exploit that.
Yeah, Kane Robb, his first appearance, 3 times 18th man. And now he gets his chance.
Joe, Alex.
Mills with a kick downfield. Well taken by Morg. Trying to set Tom
That's
Johnson.
a nice line, a nice defence from Horn, isn't it?
Brilliant defence.
You know, it was a wicked kick, it was a spiralling kick. Morg did well to take that, and then they're under some pressure here now.
Well, Liam Horn, Castleford's top tackler this year, and he's been busy, and he's busy again. He's just gets stuck in, doesn't he? Strong challenge there by Rob, and then by Vete. Kavalu gets up rather gingerly. 10 minutes to half time, 10 points to 0.
5.
Bousquet.
Move Diazo. Go. Not late.
And Abdul.
That's too much time for Jordan Abdul.
On the last, the kick goes up. Broadbent does well.
Again.
Under pressure from Laguerre.
Yeah, he does a splendid job, doesn't he, at catching that ball. But Jordan Abdul, you can't let him run 10 metres to kick the ball. He's one of the best kickers in the comp when he's under pressure, let alone when he's got all the time in the world to get his kick away.
Can Cass find a way to put some points on the board just before half-time?
4. Then move. Get your hand out. Go. Jordan got there. We're going.
Good run from Rob out of dummy half, but already it is the last one. Miller will look
outside
for Rowan Mills, who again goes high to the sky. Morg this time lets it bounce.
Neither Davis or Morg wanted any part of that.
But there was no pressure, there was no kick pressure, Terry.
Well, he kicked the belly of the ball, and that ball was swirling everywhere in the wind. The Catalan fans just begging for the penalty here. Tom Johnson, good footwork again, gets through the line. It's going to be another quick play of the ball there. Cassan set.
Well, it's Rob with the important tackle to stop Johnston.
4. Heads out! Hold! Go.
Laguerre. Garcia again, busy himself at dummy half. Farge with a little kick over the top. Back comes Broadbent, does really, really well.
Again, the challenge for Cass now is to get out of the red zone here, and these yardage plays will be really difficult for them.
The key here for Castle is discipline. Don't give away a 6 again. Don't give away a penalty.
Well, challenge Cass to come through you or around you.
Keep Castleford pinned back inside their own half. 32 minutes, 10-0 Catalan lead. There we have it. Right on cue, Terry.
There you go, Tassi Parley. They move the ball away from the rut. They give it Tassi Parley, the centre. Uses his footwork. Just the effort, the extra effort in defence from Catalan. It's just too much for James Vella, the referee. And it's a gift of a penalty. You can see, look, 3 players around him. Jordan Abdul, Tariq Sims, just a bit too much, yeah.
Well, it was Abdul who was penalised because you can't do that anymore. You can't be the man. I think Bousquet was underneath and he came in and put his hand on top of the defender.
Move. Okay, Mark is good. Leave him.
Seguier was involved,
Went to him.
but it's a penalty and it's an opportunity for Senior on the far side. It is Senior, cuts inside again, gets past Farge.
He just hesitated a bit then. He knows how to finish, Senior. It was as though he was waiting for the defence to come down and close him down.
Play on.
Good run again from Brad Martin.
Wayne Marcus.
Kane
Go
Robb
four.
at dummy half.
4.
Vete offloads to Miller.
5. Move.
No structure here on the last one though. Westerman, can he wriggle his way over? Can Joe Westerman get the ball down? Well, this could be a big moment in this game with 6 minutes to go to half time. Has Joe Westerman got Castleford back in this game? Did he ground the ball? That's the question for the video referee.
Well, we said at the start of the game that Joe Westerman needed to play well for Cass to come away from the south of France with 2 points. If he gets this try, he can put it down to the play of the ball from, I think it was Alex Mellor. It was so quick. Kane Robb just seen Joe Westerman crashing onto the ball, screaming to give it him. Well, there's 3 players there. The ref's in a decent position. He sent it up as a try.
Well, they're just trying to keep Westerman from putting it down. Sims and Morg and
That's a try.
That's a great try from Joe Westerman. What a game he has had, and what a moment it is to score for Castleford. They're right back in this. Westerman with the try. And I just said 2 minutes ago, crucial that Catalan don't give away a penalty and give Castleford the opportunity. Well, they got the try, and you have to say, Terry, they got the try they deserve.
And you just look at the response from the players, that obviously the fans who paid the money to go down south of France are enjoying this, but it's this man who makes the try for me. You just look how quick he plays this ball. Kane Robb gets out from dummy half, then gives it to Joe Westerman, who's crashing on, screaming for that ball, and the size of him gets him over. Sheer desire.
And there is the successful kick from Rowan Mills. And it's 10-6.
Just play the game at a high tempo. Win a tackle like Mellor did. Give the ball. If it's a quick play of the ball, hookers don't always have to run. Like, if you've got a big forward crashing onto the ball like that, give him the ball. He's already moving forward. Let him do some damage. He's carried 3 players over the line, and to the delight of the travelling fans, he's got them the 6 points that they needed.
No more than they deserved. They got the response. Well, Craig Lingard has got the response after the humiliation of losing to Huddersfield a week ago. Vete. Oh, that is an absolute nightmare. I'm not sure what Vete was trying to do there. You score a try, you've got to have a safe set from the kickoff. There comes the error, and this could be a gift for Catalan.
Look, he's been dominated. He panics a bit, doesn't he, because he's been driven back. He's a big bloke, Albert Vete. He's come onto the field. He's come onto the field to make an impact. It's the wrong sort of impact, though, isn't it?
Make sure it's squeaky clean, though. Right, heads in.
You know, like you said, he was in Doncaster last year. Craig Lingard's given that lifeline back. Look, come here. We all know what you've done in the NRL.
Stay in, stay down. Out!
Go for a little push as well.
Well, this could be trouble. This could be big, big trouble. And Tom Johnston will dive over in the corner for his first try of the season. The response is clinical. The response is immediate. And Castleford, having got back in the game, have gifted a try to the Catalan Dragons. A 3rd try, and Tom Johnston gets his 29th try in only 34 appearances. Well, it was that easy.
Yeah, well, he certainly knows how to finish, doesn't he? Tom Johnston, he just has the speed to get around Tati Parley. Now the Vete, well, I'd be so disappointed with that, the offload. Obviously, it's easy for us to sit here and look at it saying, yeah, well, You just got to keep hold of it. But there's a bit of panic every time you go into collision and you get driven back. You think that you don't want to be driven back towards your try line. You try and offload the ball, but it's not the play that you need to come on with. You just got to take your medicine, get down.
Yeah, something no doubt you were guilty of many times, Terry.
Yeah, well, just seeing Steve Matt on the sideline there, he's not happy at all, is he? Probably from the points that was conceded, he'll be happy with the try that was scored on that occasion just before half-time.
Well, you can see there, not a happy coach. 14 points to 6, that really is a gift. All the hard work for Cas to get back into it. The Catalan are clinical. Give them a chance, they'll take it, and they have.
Yeah, well, so many skillful players, haven't they? And you know that if you shift the ball to the edge, your wingers have got some speed. And if it's a one-on-one and try and go on the outside of the man, they're going to do that the majority of times. Big kick here now from Malk.
And it looks like a beauty, and it is a beauty. But Castleford got back to within 4 points from Catalan with the immediate response. The gap is now 10, 3 minutes to half-time. They lead 16 points to 6.
Well, that's hopefully that Steve McNamara will be thinking that's how you quiet him and that's how you take the wind out of the sails. Because with that try when Cas scored it, Joe Westerman, you could see him around all his players. He really did put the shoulders back and chest out. It was a good passage of play from them. And you know what, they've showed up well. They've come up with some decent shots as well in this game. And everything that the coach asked for in the build-up, they certainly come up with that in this game. And young Kane Robb flying up the line on Julian Busquets, gets the offload away though.
Here is Borg. The game can change in a split second. Oh, Desiree now. There you go. The game has changed in a split second again as Tassapale picks it up.
Well, I think he picks up Brad Martin. He tries to get over the top of him. He loses possession. As the youngster fronted up, got his body in front. There's Albert Vete now trying to make amends.
Maybe a chance. Well, it is a chance. No maybe about it.
Oh, he's lost possession.
Oh, Albert Vete, dearie me. 2 errors in the space of 3 or 4 minutes from Albert Vete. And they are critical errors. Last 90 seconds of the half, 16 points to 6. And it's turning into a nightmare for Vete.
And again, you know when you've made a mistake, nice little touch from Mellor again to just go up and say, look, forget about it, let's just get on with it. We don't need to concede this set of 6 here. Just because we've turned the ball over, we've got 6 tackles here to keep them out. Get to half-time.
Keep it clean here. 2, straight up.
Desiree.
He's been good, hasn't he? It's only his 53rd Super League game. He's at 27.
Yeah.
Desiree seems like he's been around a long time.
3. Hands out. Just keep working.
Last minute of the first half. Garcia. Well, he apologised for the bad pass. It was well picked up by Jordan Abdul.
Well done, well done. All 4.
Desiree will straighten up and run straight at Westerman and at Robb. Quick play the ball on the last. That's a lovely pass there to Laguerre, trying to get the ball out, but strong Cas defence once again.
Keep the markers in.
For Catalan, they don't get over the try line, but it's not a bad place to turn the ball over, is it? 5 metres from Cas's line. Garcia now just leading the line on Josh Sim, trying to force the error before the hooter goes.
Jordan, you're off, Jordan!
Well, I wonder,
There's a penalty.
There is a penalty, but
John
got
Desiree.
much time, seconds.
Yeah, John Desiree just couldn't quite get set then.
Markers, shadow back.
I just wonder, Terry, whether that error from Albert Vete could turn out to be not necessarily a turning point, but a pivotal point in this match. There goes the hooter for half-time. There'll be one last play for the Tigers. Can they get the ball out with Miller? Miller will put the little kick over the top, looking for in his senior, but nowhere to go. Half-time it is. Great effort so far from Castleford at 16 points to 6. Catalan lead. Steve McNamara not happy. I'm sure he will be having a few words with his players at half-time. But Catalan led 10-0. Tries from Arthur Morgan and Jordan Abdul. Now 35 minutes, Joe Westerman powering his way under the post to score. Rome Mills with the goal, that was 10 points to 6, but from the kickoff, a mistake from Albert Vete, who lost the ball, and Tom Johnston went over to score his first try of the season. It's still very much game on in the south of France. Castleford giving it a real good go. At half-time, Catalan leads 16 points to 6. Home to Warrington. We're on the air at 5 to 3, live on Sky Sports Action. A really enjoyable first half in the south of France. Catalan with the advantage, but Steve McNamara was too angry to speak to our touchline reporter Steve Brady at half-time. Stomped off into the dressing room, but they lead by 16 points to 6. Morg, Abdul and Johnston with the tries. Craig Lindard was very happy with his performance. Just got to cut out the silly mistakes, he said. 16 points to 6. But Terry O'Connor, Castleford still very much in this game.
Yeah, they are. They nearly got off to the perfect start, didn't they? When Josh Sim was going to go through for the opening try, but you just look at the possession, they're giving themselves a chance. They're just behind Catalan. When you look at them, the missed tackles again and creeping up for them. That won't please the coach, and the ill discipline with the penalties conceded from Craig Lingard, but he's happy at half-time.
Yeah, so he should be. Defensively very good, and unlucky as well.
Yeah, it was all about the start, wasn't it? Good ball from Jack Broadbent. And Tarek Sims just taken out of the play from Tassi Parley. He goes down, arms in the air straight away, goes to the video referee. You can see he just turns his back. Tarek Sims makes a lot of it, to be fair. But the tries refused. They're under an awful lot of pressure. And they did a decent job the opening 15 minutes. Then it was Artur Morg that scores the first try for Catalan. He sets himself out over on the right-hand side, and it's just his footwork. He's got a good foot, or right foot, should I say. He's dynamite, speed, skill, vision. He knows exactly what he's after doing when the ball goes out. And every time he gets the ball, there's a bit of panic from defenders. And just see Alex Mellor just gets it wrong, goes a bit too low on him. As soon as he dips down and he uses footwork and speed and accelerates past 2 or 3 players, it's good play from him.
Yes.
And that's what you get: energy, enthusiasm.
Wayne Markers! Go 4. Play on!
You see that Cass seemed to be just throwing the ball around, making it up. Then Alex Mellor thinks, right, give me the ball. I know exactly what I'm going to do here.
Play on!
He lays the line. He gets a quick play of the ball. Joe Westerman comes onto the ball, and good read from young Kane Robb, who, instead of going himself, he just tips the ball on to his captain, spins over the line, and then it goes upstairs to the video referee, but it's awarded. Nice play from him. And then Tom Johnston, just too much speed out wide. Just before half-time on 36 minutes, he goes in and just makes that scoreline looks a bit more respectable for Catalan playing at home.
Yeah, and all that coming from an error at the kickoff from Albert Vete. We should have a cracking second half for sure. 16 points to 6, Catalan lead at half-time. Can Castleford somehow come back to cause a huge upset and win their first game of the season? Or will Catalan carry on to another victory which could put them level at the top of the table with Wigan and St Helens? The answers coming up in just a moment. Live Super League action from the south of France. Catalan leading by 16 points to 6 against the Castleford Tigers. For some big games to come next weekend. As always, all 6 matches live on Sky Sports. Well, Easter weekend, of course, isn't it? Next weekend is the Challenge Cup. Cass against Leeds on the Thursday on Sky Sports Action, and then a huge doubleheader on Good Friday. Alkmaar against Hull and then Saints against Wigan. Both those games on Sky Sports Main Event and Sky Sports Action. On Easter Saturday, Warrington at home to the Catalan Dragons, again on Sky Sports Main Event and Action, followed by Salford against Lee on Sky Sports Action, and then on Easter Sunday, London at home again to the Huddersfield Giants, 5-3 on Sky Sports Action. There's a possibility that the top four could be playing each other at Easter, Saints and Wigan and Catalan and Warrington. And what have Castleford got left in the tank after a mighty effort in that first half? Haven't won in the south of France for 7 years, and they've actually lost 13. I was just having a look back, Terry, 13 out of the last 15 Super League games, going all the way back to last June. Talking of last, Andy Last will be happy, sacked by Castleford after just 5 months in charge. Now the number 2 to Steve McNamara, doing a fine job. It was interesting reading in the press that Mike McMeekin, the former Cas star, of course, was saying in one of the UK newspapers on Saturday morning that the worst thing that Cas did was to get rid of Andy Last. But the man in charge at the moment is Craig Lingard, trying to put the pride back in the jersey after the humiliation at home to Huddersfield a week ago. With Joe Westerman leading the charge, they've got every chance. But we go back to the equation that we had at 10-0, that Cas had to score next, and they did. And I feel at the start of this second half that Cas need to be the next scorers.
Yeah, I totally agree. And you know, when Craig Lingard was talking to Steve Brady on the sideline, for us, they were talking about the cut out the brain explosions. Well, they had a couple in that first half, which led to some points for the Dragons, which, like we said, made that scoreboard look a bit better for Steve McNamara, although he wasn't happy. And a big the news again from the sideline, George Lawler failed his HIA, which is a loss for Craig Lingard.
Massive blow. Real workhorse in the middle of the field, George Lawler.
And he helps the forwards. Look, when you play against Catalan, you know that they're going to play in that middle section of the field. On the back of that, you've got the likes of Morg that'll try and exploit some space on the back of quick play the balls. Mike McMeekin just taking the ball in. Garcia now just asking everybody around him what's on.
McMeekin just loves to be involved, doesn't he? Desiree. Garcia. As I mentioned, they will have Mickey McLaurin back for the cup tie away at Batley next weekend. Good take by Innes Senior. 99th career appearance for Innes Senior. 3 tries already this season in defeat for the winger.
On the right. 2, 3.
Yeah, but Lawler will be a big loss.
Hold Julian. Marcus.
He's one of them players, Drew, that, you know, everyone who plays with him recognises what he does and appreciates what he does. Sometimes probably the fans might not see it. It's the ball of energy that he is.
Keep saying Batley, don't I? Castleford goes to Batley. It's Halifax in the cup for the Catalan Dragons that McLaurin will be back for him. Crucially for Cas, it means that with Lawler failing the HIA, he will miss that cup tie at Batley. Many people already fancying maybe a cup upset there.
They're probably judging that on the last 2 performances against Huddersfield and Warrington, where they conceded 50 against Huddersfield and 30 against Warrington. That's what they're probably looking at. And that's why they're predicting an upset. Better effort, though, in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Catalan away to Halifax, Castleford away to Batley. But tonight in the south of France, it's all about the 2 points on the table. Paul Seguier. They look to press home their advantage here. Bousquet with a lovely pass for Abdul. Ditto, and great chance on the far side. And has Laguerre been able to get the ball down? He has, right at the start of the half, back with quick hands. Abdul, Bousquet, Morg, Laguerre with the try. And it really was that easy. His second try of the season. He scored in both games against Castleford last year, and he scored here in the south of France as Catalans stretch their lead.
Well, it took them 15 minutes to score in the opening try in the first half, just 2 minutes in this second half. And don't underestimate the influence that Julien Bousquet and what he does in the build-up. He's under some pressure from Kane Robb, and he delivers a lovely ball to Jordan Abdul, who in turn finds Morg out the back, and it's all about timing of the pass and when to give it to your man.
Thanks, mate.
And he picked that time. Give it to Laguerre, who goes in for a crucial try, I believe.
Yeah,
They'll just rock Castleford.
Well, at the start of the second half, we mentioned that Cass needed to stay in it and possibly score next, but the try from Tom Johnson just before half-time and another here from Matteo Laguerre, and it looks like being a long 35 or 40 minutes for Castleford in this second half. Artem Morg.
Cheers, mate.
2 out of 3 with the boot. Can it extend the lead to 22 points to 6? Well, the fans like it behind. The top judges' flags go up, and 22-6 it is. 4 minutes gone in the second half, and you get the feeling it now might be a long way back.
Well, they're a different beast, aren't they, in the second half? Maybe Steve McNamara was thinking there was a bit of a lacklustre performance. There's Mickey McLaurin and Fuad Yaha, 2 players who aren't available for this game. Steve McNamara's obviously told some home truths at half-time in the changing rooms, and they've come out firing. Julien Bousquet, the man who set up that try for me, he was brilliant last week. In 49 minutes, he made 190 metres off 20 carries. That's what he actually gives to the side. He gives them that platform like you'll hear coaches and players talk about.
Yeah, well, it's fair to say that Steve McNamara gave it to his troops at half-time.
There you go, sloppy play the ball.
Celebration for the Castleford. They're going to get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, well, barely
Sirenen, yeah.
You can just see as he's getting up, there's just too much grip that he's sprayed onto his hands at half-time. You can see the ball's actually sticking to his hand as he's getting up, and then loses possession.
The two brothers may well be coming together in Perpignan, live on Sky Sports. The weekend after Easter, Catalan against Saints. Bailey Sirenen, Curtis Sirenen, of course, for Saints. Their dad, what a player he was, Paul Sirenen, NRL legend.
Yeah, outstanding.
Wow, what a player.
Huge towering man.
That game live on Sky, 6th of April, Catalan against St Helens. 22 points to 6. Good run from Kane Robb. Done well, hasn't he? The young man since he came on, still in 21 years of age.
3, yep. Okay. 4. Jordan move! Square!
Tasapali at dummy half.
5.
Got to be up with the play. Ron Mills just has a look over his left shoulder. Nobody there.
Nobody there.
On the last.
That's a poor pass, well picked up though by Miller. Little chip forward, putting pressure on Tom Davis, but does well under pressure there from Miller to get out from behind his own line. Castleford come up empty.
Well, when you don't have many sets of 6 in a game of rugby, you've got to make the most of them, especially the position where you are. And when you play the ball in your opponent's 20, you've got to ask more questions, and that was a bit sloppy for me, that set 6.
All the way. Go. Play on. 4. Move, William now. Go. Play on. Mark is good.
Garcia.
4.
Again, that play the ball
Beyond.
is really quick.
4.
Casa more or less getting set.
Joe release.
This will be better. Need some line speed here.
Don't pull up short, boys. Go. Yep. Leave him.
There's a tyrant kick once again from Jordan Abdul. And there's the error from Jack Broadbent. And you got the feeling that Abdul was just going to keep peppering and force the error.
Look, he's dealt with a lot, hasn't he? And then you can see the late adjustment. And that's because the ball is going everywhere. There's a Ray, just gives him a mouthful.
On the shot clock, boys.
I'm not sure that's
Catalans
what was needed when
We're on this side.
you're winning the game by 16 points.
This side, please.
He's done a decent job, Jack Broadbent. He's had to deal with a lot, especially in that opening 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah, he was superb, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So another chance for Catalan.
Out.
Looking for a second try of the second half.
Run. Hands away now. Line. Go. Good work.
Laguerre it was, and here's Desiree. Good offload for Garcia. Garcia will go on his own for the line. Broadbent's in there, along with Vete to make the tackle.
Get on the line, right?
Abdul tried to switch it for Bousquet.
Free. Move now. Stay square.
Castleford again pinned back on their own line. Theo Farge and the space here for Tom Davis, and Tom Davis will go over for his second try. And that was fairly simple yet again. Ball goes out, second try of the season for Tom Davis. And 2 tries in the first 10 minutes of the second half, but it just was that easy. Quick hand started by Farge, sweeping to the right-hand side, again targeting Cass's left edge defence.
And you think that might get the fans growing. They're unusually quiet in the build-up to this try. Tom Davis goes in. Like I said, he's a player that knows how to finish. Missed 5 games last year for Catalan. Still managed to score 15 tries. Those Catalan fans, week after week, or every other week, should I say, turn up in the numbers, very passionate about supporting their side. And Garcia steps out the right-hand side. Theo Farge goes at the line. He attracts 3 players. And Morg, just at the right time, he's just trying to get a one-on-one with Senior. And Davis goes on the outside and scores a try.
I think they're also, by the way, I think the video referee is just checking to see whether there was a late hit on Theo Farge after he got rid of the ball. 3 out of 4 for Morg. Kicking towards the swimming pool end of the Stade Gilbert Brutus, but €12 million redevelopment plan is in the works as Moore kicks another beauty from the touchline to extend the lead to 28 points to 6, and there's still half an hour to go. And for Craig Lingard, all the hard work, all the good work they put in the first half, the errors are costing them in the second.
Yeah, that's right, and he's just looking at that scoreboard ticking over in the wrong column for him. He probably knew that there was going to be a response, a reaction in the second half from Catalan. His side had done ever so well. Probably the fans turned up thinking that they were going to be able to do a number on Cas because of their performances early on in the season.
"51 minutes gone, 28 points to 6. Go back and play the ball from the correct place. There's the referee, James Vella. And here is Desiree. He likes a battle, doesn't he, Jordan Desiree?
Big Sammy Kabula into the action for Albert Vetti. For Cash, seeing number 26 at marker.
Another opportunity in Super League for Sammy Kabula. Started at Wigan, saw him at Warrington briefly. Abdul with another high towering kick. Well taken by Josh Sim.
Look at that chase. It's relentless, isn't it? Every time Jordan Abdul gets boot to ball, all the players know what their next assignment is, and that's kick and chase, and probably one of the best in the competition. Catalan.
It's a shrewd signing, Jordan Abdul. He's obviously made a big difference. Here is Insigne now with space. Ball goes inside. Oh, what a brilliant defensive play from Moore, because the pass inside there from Broadbent was meant for Jacob Miller.
Was it? Would it have been a dummy on the inside, and then just give it a simple tip on play to Senior, the man who goes through? But Senior does all the hard work. He's got two men. Unselfishly, he gives the ball there, but Jack Broadbent here. Now he chooses to go inside to Jacob Miller. Is the ball on the outside to Senior? No, he thinks that he's committed Johnston, who's coming across, and he thinks that he can't change direction. If he keeps on going the same way, he probably could get Senior.
Yeah.
And that's why Jack Broadbent's made that decision to go back on the inside.
From the winger, Tom Johnson. Came racing across, but yeah, you're absolutely spot on. A dummy, it would have been a try, but it may yet be on the far side from Broadbent. And it's Josh Sim who finishes it off. Quick hand, Broadbent involved, Sim with the try. He was denied in the first half, Josh Sim. But no denying him there. Castleford get their second try. Josh Sim with his second try of the season. They get what they deserve, but still a long way to go.
Exactly, you get rewarded for your efforts. And Josh Sim scores in the corner right in front of those Cas fans. And Jack Broadbent supplies Josh Sim with the ball, and he goes in the corner. And it's a determined play. You know, it's not Q on the rack time. They come out in the second half, conceded 2 tries early on, but they've scored one of their own now. And Rowan Mills with a kick from the sideline to try and add the further 2. It's just given that chance in the game.
But whatever happens, Craig Lingard has got the response that he demanded after that disastrous defeat against the Huddersfield Giants.
And that's all he's talked about in the build-up to this game. All he's talked about is, I want effort, I want desire, I want you to be committed to each other. Show everyone that the loss hurt us.
McClorum on his way back after a 4-match ban. Rowan Mills from the touchline. This would be a good kick. Just goes to the left of the 6, so 28 points to 10 it is. 15 minutes gone in the second half.
Well, Danny Maguire is the man who sat up in the stand just sending the message down to Craig Lingard. And look, if they can execute some of the plays in that correct part of the field, well, they will score some tries when you've got the likes of Jacob Miller and Rowan Mills, Jack Broadbent, who's had a decent game at fullback. Forecast. Get through this set. Don't make a mistake.
Abdul with the kickoff seems to have found a real home in the south of France. On loan, of course, Jordan Abdul from Hull KR for the season. But Catalan can make the signing permanent at any time they want on a free transfer. I'm sure Steve McNamara will be pondering that as the season goes on. Kane Robb again at dummy half, and Miller looks for a way through. Offload to Westerman. This good stuff from Kabula, and they're giving it a go, aren't they? Another offload from Westerman. Robb involved. Miller. Here is Sam Wood. Brilliant hands, this from Castleford. This could be a sensational try. Miller looks for support. Does he have it? What a tackle on Kane Robb that is. What a tackle The video referee will get involved here. He was short. He was surely short of the line.
What about the tackle? Was it Tom Davis? Kane Robb just coming through. He doesn't get the ball down. He's come on from the left-hand side. Doesn't get anywhere near the line.
Johnston coming across.
Well, no holds barred, is there? No, he comes across. Look, both wingers are going for Robb. And we'll soon see if there's any contact with the head. He goes over the top. I'm okay with this. You know, he goes across, he hits him with absolutely everything. He tries to tackle him. He just ducks underneath him, doesn't he, Kane Robb? Yeah, he's not the biggest, and you've got two wingers there going hell for leather trying to stop him and prevent him from scoring a try. But again, that's good signs for him, Cass, to get up near the line, offering yourself to a teammate. Jacob Miller, well, he just tips the ball on. He can see and hear Kane Robb coming up, but those two wingers score plenty of tries themselves. Well, they've saved everyone here.
Yeah, superb tackle from Tom Davis. Tom Johnson it was, who stopped a try just a few moments ago. This will be a turnover. He was so close. Ben Thaler, the video ref, actually was looking, as you say, for foul play by Tom Johnston. But on the last, the kick goes up from Rome Mills towards the corner, and Johnston comes up with it. But it was a common sense decision. There was no contact with the head. It was no penalty. It was play on, and this time it's Catalan who survived. But brave play from Castleford, because they were offloading Harlem Globetrotter style, and they nearly got their reward. But I wonder how important that tackle from Tom Davis may prove to be.
Well, they need a massive set of six here. They're already doing a decent job in the first three players, aren't they? Just 12 metres that Catalan have managed to make. Just cut down on the thinking time. They go forward, the ruck speed. Julian Bousquet now. Well, that's just quick enough. Look, he makes it quick. Manages Jordan Admiral to kick on the front foot.
That's a superb kick from Abdul. Look where it's taken by Broadbent, close to his own line. They pinned them back, and they pinned them back, and that's the value of a quality kicker for you.
Yeah, it is. And not going away from that. If that's in your game plan, and that's what you want to do and what you want to achieve in the game, kick to corners, chase hard, defend the next set of six, restrict those meters, get your bodies in front. All coaches will talk about that.
The volume going up around the stand, Gilbert Brutus. As it stands, Catalan going level on points with Wigan and Saints at the top of Super League. Brad Martin, ball back for Rowan Mills, who tries to do an Abdul with a high towering kick. It was a good take from Tom Davis, who breaks the line. Enjoyed this, Terry. It's been a really good game.
Yeah, it's been very good, and a lot of people, a lot of pundits expecting Castleford to come down to the south of France and have a number done on them.
That was Seguier. There's McMeekin. When Catalan have the ball, not many seconds go by without you mentioning the name of Mike McMeekin. Ikabalu, offload to Davis. Good tackle from Sam Wood. Here's Theo Farge. Farge involved. Cesar Rouget, his first appearance of the season, goes to dummy half. Abdul, good hands again, and Morg finds Laguerre. But Castleford hold firm, approaching the hour mark. Catalan leading 28 points to 10.
Again, Cass just keep them out, don't they? Going deep enough into the line. Jordan Abdul again just helps that attacking shape that they have. And Cass have got a big 10 minutes here now. Trapped 10 metres from the line in the corner, trying to dig the way out of trouble.
Tom Davis has been involved in two of the big moments of this second half. That try after 49 minutes, and then that try-saving tackle to deny Cass just a few short moments ago. Hour gone. Kabula.
I was trying to get a bit wide, picking up Theo Fies and manages to get the offload.
Sapali. Australian-born, represents the Lebanon on the international scene. Not much traction from the kick, and Morg offloads it for Tom Johnston.
As soon as he passes the ball to Tom Johnson, he links up, doesn't he, on the outside.
Just in case.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Always anticipate the next play from one of your teammates, and if you know that one of your big forwards can get an offload, you just push up with him. One of your wingers here, like Davis, you know that he's going to fight to try and win a penalty or play the ball quickly. And just steps off the mark.
Yeah, good tackle from young Sam Hall once again. There is the mistake from McMeekan. Sami Kabula dives on the ball. Well, there is Andy Last. Only given 5 months at the Castleford Tigers. He was sacked, Danny Ward came in, and they stayed up. But by all accounts, highly rated by all the Catalan players, Andy Last.
Yeah, nice read again from Tom Davis. On the wing then.
Here's Liam Horn then, just shy of halfway. Last one for the Tigers. Goes back for Westerman, and Miller out of the back door looking for Broadbent, but there's nothing doing. Wood. Did he knock the ball on? Sam Wood. It looks like it.
Incorrect play, but just steps over it, doesn't
yeah,
he?
hands on head for young Sam Wood.
Well, there's no panic for Catalan. When they shifted that ball out, Craig Lingard's men were looking to attack where Tom Davis wasn't. He could have shot in and tried to close the play down. Instead, he backed off, just waiting for those inside defenders to push across with him, which then enable the players, his teammates, to tackle Cass. And then they make the mistake, the incorrect play. The ball gives the possession over to Catalan.
Here's Garcia. In a sentence, just tell us how good Ben Garcia is and why he's so good.
I think he's phenomenally, like I said before, 11 years in the road of Catalan jersey. He turns up whether he's playing in the back row, loose forward, prop, hooker. He's highly skilled, he's motivated, he's a proud man, isn't he? Loves representing Catalan. 223 appearances for the club.
Great leader, isn't he?
Yeah.
Another set restart, McMeekan.
I think that might have been 2 sentences, by the way.
I'll allow you that. Abdul. Oh, Abdul's still going. Broadbent eventually brings him down. Cesar Rouget. Bounces once, picked up by Theo Fage. Now Paul Seguier. 16 minutes to go. Fage again, lovely slip pass for Ikebalu. Ikebalu will dive over, despite the intentions of Broadbent and Miller, and it's another Catalan try. Mas Ikebalu with a simple score, and that, without a shadow of a doubt, will put this game to bed. Catalan lead 32-10.
Yeah, I agree. I think that just could be it. The game that, the try that takes the game away from Cass. Joe Westerham comes out the line. He just can't quite pouch Theo Fage, who doesn't panic. And he knows what he's trying to do. He's trying to entice, he's trying to pull Westerman out the line. And when the time's right, he's got to tip that ball on to Ikebalu, who manages to spin out the tackle and get over the line. And we've got some dejected players there in the Cas jerseys who absolutely give it their all in this game. Unfortunately, they've been beaten by a Catalan side that haven't had it all their own way. So frustrated, Steve McNamara on the sideline after the first 40 minutes, because he knew that his side were in a game and he didn't think that they were performing to the standards that he requires. But sometimes you've got to put that down, you've got to credit the opposition. And Cas have turned up with the right attitude for me.
2 grand finals in 3 years, the Catalan Dragons. Lost them both to Saints and Wigan. They'll be in the mix for sure at the start of the playoffs in September. Of course, Old Trafford coming up in October. Not at their best, but they've come up against a really enthusiastic and committed Castleford side. Artem Morg with another successful kick. There is a deserved rest for the captain, Ben Garcia.
Yeah, he's been really good, and that's why he's captain. Nice late offload for Theo Fage. You know, to win games when you're not at your best, shows that you're a good side. When you're firing on all cylinders against the bigger clubs, that you turn off without being disrespectful to Cas. The mentality changes in the week.
14 minutes to go. I just wonder, you know, for Castleford, whether it is short-term pain for long-term gain, and have a free hit this year because of the licensing and IMG coming in and changing things. The focus has very much been on the off the field matters for Cas this year. But Craig Lingard was telling me they do have money to spend for next year, and they will be looking to bring in 3 big-name marquee players for 2025, and hopefully, as well, as far as they're concerned, welcoming the possibility of a new stadium.
Right. If you're a Cas fan, all you want to know about is the here and now, and not about the long-term planning. But I get it, you've got to have that long-term planning of where you want to be and what you want to achieve in the future.
I think they've got to be patient. I mean, if there is a plan, and there is a plan, and the senior players at Cas are buying into the 3-year plan that Craig Lingard has, and the Castleford fans, as long as they see the effort and the commitment.
Well, the fans and the board of directors have to be patient as well, don't they?
Absolutely, absolutely. Catalan looking for another, and is that a try underneath the post from Cesar Rouget on his first appearance of the season? Has he managed to scramble and score? James Vella said it's a try on the field. Let's have a look, Terry.
Yeah, it looks like he gets there, just reaches out his right arm. Initially was he short, and then does he manage to get the ball over the line? He manages to get through a couple of players. The arm's up in the air. He rolls it out, and that's hit the white line for me.
21 years of age, Cesar Rouget, his first appearance of 2024, and only his 14th appearance in a Catalan jersey, and he gets a try. Quick thinking from dummy half. Catalan get another.
Well, speed of thought from that young man, and he gets on. Looks like a weary defensive line now for Cas, who've been under enormous pressure, having to deal with the players just chewing up the meters. 6 players with over 80 meters in just normal one-up carries for Catalan. Cas only managing 2 of those players. And does take a lot out of you, and if you're defending in the middle of the field, then you've got to stop the onslaught going forward, and then you've got to try and prevent this. When a fresh man's on the field, you've got Sammy Kabula that's left on the ground, Liam Horn that maybe just a bit too wide, and young Kane Robb just plants his feet, and they concede a try. Myman Meekin, another good day's work in the office for him.
Well, 6 of the 7 backs of the Catalan Dragons have scored tries tonight. Only Theo Farge missing from that list. Myman Meekin has gone off, Desiree is on, but Meekin's had another stormer. And Catalan looking good at the moment. And another try would take them above St Helens into second place on points difference. There's still 11 minutes to go. Another incorrect play of the ball.
Well, again,
he dropped the ball.
It was a quick set, wasn't it? Frank Maria, who's just come onto the field and played 3 minutes last week, former centre Stev and Lesnion prop. He comes onto the field, a bit more game time here in this game. A couple of good charges. And again, it's Tom Johnson for me or Tom Davis for me that they just can't stop. 142 metres that he's managed to create and generate those quick play the balls, the speed that he has.
Frank Maria is a rarity. Played 3 minutes against Hull, but as an 18th man, because they lost two players to head injury assessment. Good pass from Miller, finds Innis Senior. 10 minutes to go in Perpignan. Going to be a dominant victory for Catalan, but forget the actual scoreline, it's a much improved performance from Castleford after conceding 50 against Huddersfield a week ago. Miller slips. And that hurt himself as well, Jacob Miller. Slipped there, he was looking to pass the ball out to the right-hand side. Mills with a kick through, and it was well read and covered by Artem Morg.
Well, they're going to have to do it now without the captain, Joe Westerman. He's on the sideline now with a bit of an injury. Luke Hooley's come onto the field for Sammy Kabula. Some new fresh legs now. See what they can inject.
Well, after the cup tie with Batley, Casface leads at home over Easter, then home to Salford and then away to Wigan. They're going to be 5 games in and 5 defeats, the Castleford Tigers. But yeah, you're right in what you say. They can't press the panic button for Catalan. Tough looking run there, isn't it? Warrington Saints, Hull KR, Lee and Wigan. The next 5 games in the Super League for the Catalan Dragons after their Challenge Cup trip to Halifax. And for Castleford confirming, what a big game, that's already looking for round 9. Cass at home to the London Broncos, the only 2 sides yet to win in Super League in 2024. Lee breaking their duck in spectacular fashion, putting 50 points on Hull FC. 8 minutes to go, 40 points to 10.
Julian Bousquet, another big performance from him.
In the Terry O'Connor mould.
Far better than I was. Julian Bousquet.
He's brilliant, isn't he? Yeah. 13 years at Catalan. It is worth mentioning, it's a rarity these days about, one club man. Garcia the same.
I'd say you want to bring them through your system and you don't want to let them go, do you? Steve McNamara has done a decent job with this side, managed to get him to 2 grand finals in the last 3 years. Won him the Challenge Cup final a few years ago.
On the last, they're running it. They're giving it a go. Broadbent with a little chip over the top for Sim to chase. But again, Arthur Morg is well positioned, well placed, takes the ball well. Yeah, but no Joe Westerman, but another significant contribution.
Yeah, he was outstanding. 34 tackles he made when he was on the field. Tried everything, come up with a try, didn't he, in the first half under the sticks. Give him a bit of hope. Always leads by example. I said he manages and he likes to get his hands on the ball. Old school sort of loose forward, and they've lost that skill for today. We've lost the ball as a penalty. The referees penalised young Sam Hall, saying that he stripped the ball. A shake of the head from Tassi Parley, doesn't agree with it.
Well, our Sky Sports statistician Ian Proctor has been in touch to say that Castleford have now conceded 30 tries in 5 rounds. That is some stat. 30 tries conceded already. At the moment, it could be about to concede the 31st. Here is Cesar Rouget and Theo Farge. Abdul again. Step off the right foot. 6 minutes on the clock.
It's going to be a penalty, this.
I think it is,
yeah. And you can see with a lash out at the end then, he knew that Desiree had run behind one of his own teammates, impeded a defender. And that scoreboard's looking pretty cruel, isn't it? Forecast.
Doesn't reflect their effort, but
No.
it is what it is, and they have dominated the Catalan Dragons 40 points to 10, 5 minutes to go.
Albert Vetti now back onto the field.
Kane Robb has done well with his first appearance of the season. Ball out the back door, picked up by Sam Hall. But you look at Hall and Robb, Martin, Senior, Sim, Broadbent.
Well, that's part of your 3-year plan, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
Building teams around younger players like that. Get some good old heads like Samela, Luke Houllier now.
Didn't quite work out for Luke Houllier at Leeds, did it? And they get a set restart as well. Can they finish with a flourish and a try? Robb and Vete, little run-around move. Broadbent into the line from Rowan Mills. Tisapali at dummy half. Here is Rowan Mills. Offloads again, but down a blind alley from Charbel Tisapali. Hall. Little short pass for Brad Martin. 2 tackles left in the set. Mellor right on that try line. Will there be consolation for Cass? Miller and Mills. Little kick through. Chases on there for Sim. And he does really well there, Josh Sim. Gets his second try, and there is consolation for Cass, and you've got to say they deserve it. Lovely little kick, well read by the winger, and Josh Sim with his second try of the game, and a bit of pride once more in the Castleford jersey.
Yeah, and he scores again right in front of the fans. Nice kick from Luke Houllier, wasn't it? Good play from him, and Josh Sim goes over more or less in the same spot he scored his first try in this game, and he goes in, gets on the outside of Tom Davis, and there's a kick to come here.
We're going to ask Terry to name his Betfred player of the match. in just a moment. Over 8,000 inside the Stade Gilbert Brutus on this Saturday night. Rowan Milnes looking for the kick off the touchline. This will be a good kick as he managed to just curl the ball round, this time to the right of the stick. So 40 points to 14. I think for sure Castleford have been a lot more competitive than the scoreline suggests. Well, we talked about that comparison between Julien Bousquet and Terry O'Connor. Bousquet didn't get into 4 Super League dream teams, did he?
Well, there was only the prop forwards around at my time, like Barry McDermott, so it was quite easy for me. Just win the competition like that, but you know, Julien Bousquet, I'm a big fan of it. Ever since I've seen him come through in a Catalan jersey and make his debut, like he's one of those players that you'd love to play with. His quality, his goal forward, very hard to dominate. So Steve McNamara's done a very good job in his time in the south of France, building a team, getting the right overseas players in as well. Because over the years we've gone down to Australia, they've picked up some players and they're just probably not fitted in to the culture of the club down in the south of France.
I think the problem has been with the French on the international stage is that every time they get to play, at least half of their star players are unavailable to play. They very rarely are able to put out a team that's strong enough to compete. But I think, as you say, Steve McNamara has got the mix right between French nationals and the overseas players.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's key for the dressing room as well, isn't it?
And when we say the overseas players as well, we talk about the likes of Mickey McLaurin, Sam Tompkins, Tom Davis, Tom Johnson, Mike McMeekan. Not just talking about Antipodeans.
So a turnover into the last minute, 40 points to 14. And I think it's been a really, really good performance. But the man of the match, the player of the match, will be decided by Terry O'Connor.
Well, you look at Morg, you can look at Johnson, Garcia, Jordan Abdul. But I think the man who scored a try in Tom Davis, the man who's topped the meters, the man who always gets him out of trouble coming out of yardage and then saved a couple of tries as well with his defence, is Tom Davis. I think he's been very good. He's been very good all season, to be fair.
Tom Davis is the background player of the match. We say speculation about where he'll be in 2024, but he's put in a really good shift on this Saturday night. Last 30 seconds in Perpignan, 40 points to 14. Casa did it a really good dig. Abdul with a crossfield kick. That's really well taken by Sam Wood under pressure. Good defence from Castleford. There's going to be another defeat for the Castleford Tigers. Broadbent on the last with a Hail Mary kick downfield. And who's there to cover it? Just Tom Davis, who dives on the ball behind his own line. And that will be that. Catalan make it 4 wins out of 5. They win by 40 points to 14. But Castleford, they may well have lost 5 on the spin, and they may well have conceded 40 points, but that is a massive improvement for them on their embarrassing defeat at home to Huddersfield last weekend. But for the Catalan Dragons, it's job done on back-to-back home games. They've beaten